Hopefully I'm in focus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest game pickups video. We got a good blend of old and new games today. This is what we're gonna be looking at. So we'll start things off with the PlayStation Portal. Yes, I bought one. No, I wasn't expecting it to be a good device, and I kind of got what I was expecting. I'll give you the quick rundown. All this thing does is stream games from your PS5 to the screen. Given it's streaming, you can expect a little bit of latency. You can expect, on and off visual quality, and it's what I would call a very compromised and imperfect way to play a game. It is better than it was when it first came out. They ironed out some issues, but it's still not what I would call perfect. That said, as a new dad, I've been desperate to improve my ability and options to be able to play my video games. So if I'm in the living room upstairs instead of the game room in the basement, watching the baby, maybe she's zoning out watching Miss Rachel on TV, I can turn this on, get a little bit of my gaming done behind her. So for that, I do really appreciate the use case of the Portal. It's very much imperfect and just expensive for what it is, but I was desperate. And it is fulfilling what I needed it to fulfill. From there, we'll talk about some older games that I just never had. So Perfect Dark on the N64, I found it at, I want to say a Value Village for $3.99. Pretty good price. Again, I don't own it. I wasn't exactly huge on Perfect Dark growing up, but it was one of the better games in the N64 library, and I will probably revisit it at some point. I also picked up for about $2 or $3 Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine for the Sega Genesis. This is a classic, one I really enjoyed playing on emulator growing up. It's basically just a Puyo Puyo clone, reskin really with a Sonic skin, but it does the trick. I find this game really difficult. Actually, I've never beaten it, but I do enjoy turning it on and playing a few rounds here and there. I also purchased as a kind of random, don't know anything about it, but I saw it in the wild Sega Genesis game called Heavy Nova. When I found this, again, I think Value Village, $2.99, $3.99. When I found this there, I looked it up on YouTube and I watched the intro video for it, and the intro video looked awesome for the Sega Genesis, incredible, way beyond what I think you'd see in most Sega Genesis games. But sadly, that's apparently the best part of the game is that intro video. That's where the good stuff ends. After that, it's a very slow, cumbersome fighting game that's this is what actually makes fighting games good. I will give it a try at some point. I have a feeling this one might have been a dud as far as purchases go. I also got a game for PlayStation 1 that I've been wanting since I was 12, 13. I've seen it on a store shelf and been curious since, but I finally bit the bullet and bought it now. That is the Ark the Lad collection. There are 5 discs in here. That's 4 games and a making of. 3 games, actually. 3? There is a making of disc in here, and Ark the Lad 3, I think, is 2 discs. I bought this as just the case, manual, and discs. I did not get the full big chunky set. That would have added $300 more to the purchase, and I really only wanted, this to finally be able to play it. That's the important part to me. Would the other stuff be cool? Hell yeah, you bet it would. That's what I seen on the store shelf as a kid. And yeah, deep down, maybe that's what I also really want, but the logical side of me says, get the games, you want to play them. Screw the rest. But yeah, even with all the extras not in there, this is still a really cool set. You got nice inner liner art. You got Ark the Lad Monster Tournament, which I don't think is a proper game. I think it was a mini game that they just kind of made in the engine. Then this piece just flips open. We got Ark the Lad 1, Ark the Lad 2, nice colored discs. Not everybody would bother with that, but working designs, they always went above and beyond to their own detriment. Then Ark the Lad 3, across 2 discs, again, nice colored disc art. This piece flips as well, and you got the making of Ark the Lad. Now, I think I might have said I had the manual in here, but I do not. I do not have the manual. I misspoke. It's just the case, the liner art, and the discs. But again, it's all I really need, and I really look forward to getting around to playing this. Next up, we have a Game Boy Color game. I rarely get these, but Hamtaro, Hams Unite. The Hamtaro games on Game Boy Color were actually kind of like hidden gems. They were kind of They're sort of well known for being good games. This is not complete in box. It is just the cartridge and the box. Like I said with Ark the Lad, what I really want is to be able to play the games. But I will say, I hate getting small cartridge games without the boxes. It's not convenient for storage. And we're still looking for the other Hamtaro Game Boy Color game. On one hand, to complete the set, but also because it was also a good game. People wouldn't think that from Hamtaro, but like they were way better than I think most people were expecting. And we also picked up a PlayStation 2 game, Persona 3 FES. Yeah, I never had it. I don't think I have any of the older Persona games. This has, you know, the disc, 2 manuals inside, one for 3 and one for FES. I'm not really sure what that's about. Am I supposed to have 2 manuals? Did it come with it, or did I just get somebody's extra Persona 3 manual? Either way, it came to me at a good price. A friend was just getting rid of some of their old games, asked me if there was anything I wanted, so we threw a few dollars at them for Persona 3. We got another old game here, but a new release of it, and that is the Grandia HD collection, because you know I gotta support my boys at Limited Run Games. Oh wait, I kind of wish anybody else put it out so it wouldn't have taken a year to get to me. But you know, it's Grandia 1 and 2. I don't own the original copies, and they're a little hard to find, a little expensive, so I'm just happy to have it. If that meant shaking hands with the devil at Limited Run Games to get it, so be it. Wasn't going to heaven anyway. I have not opened this yet, but let's take a look inside. Okay, well that's always, it's always a good sign. That happens so much with PS4 cases, I swear to God. So the disc, bouncing around a little bit in there, but nothing in here ever really seems to scratch the discs as much as I worry about that. We have this little card here, not sure what that's about. Again, never played the game. Looks like there's a few cards, so let's check that out. Yeah, like I'm sure these mean something to somebody, but somebody like me who's never played Grandia, I don't know shit all about what I'm looking at. There's also a small manual inside this case. Covers some of the story and characters of both Grandia 1 and 2. There is a reversible cover art, which you can see on the inner liner here. The back looks about the same as what you see there. In the end, I'm just happy to have a copy and finally be able to play it in 20 years when I get around to it. We got a few PS5 games next. First one, Trails Through Daybreak, The Legend of Heroes. Thank God this is the low effort channel because I can't show you the disc. It's in my PS5 right now. There's also a digital soundtrack and a mini art book inside. We're not gonna go through too much of that. At some point on the main channel, I will have a review for this game. I just have to beat it first. I'm 52 hours in, and at the start of chapter 4, I think I still have quite a ways to go. I also picked up Ubisoft's Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This is a Metroidvania. I do quite enjoy Metroidvanias. And this one, to I think everybody's surprise, was apparently pretty darn good. It went on sale quite a few times. It didn't really do the numbers Ubisoft was expecting, but you know, they're kind of like Square Enix, I guess, like the Western version of Square Enix. If it's not their flagship series, just expect that they're not gonna think it done well enough. There's the back of the case there, and we'll check the inside, but again, Ubisoft, I expect very little. Add-on content, I'm probably not even gonna redeem it. And just the disc, which, yeah, it's fine. The inner liner is just nothing but legal text. I also picked up Stellar Blade. This was a day one purchase, but obviously not a day one game. I don't really have time. Still wonder if I'm gonna play this in front of my daughter. Might be a little bit weird. I don't think I will be. So it might be even harder to get around to this. There's the back of the case there. The front, which, weird pose, but like, I don't know, it feels kind of iconic to me already. And just a little slip of paper with more add-on content and some more inner liner art, which has like a character splash, which it looks okay, I guess. I prefer the front cover, honestly. And lastly, we got the collector's edition of Blasphemous 2 on the Nintendo Switch. I don't think I can fit this under my other camera. No, not really. So like, here's a nice slow panning shot so you can see the whole thing. Again, not open, so let's crack it open and see what we got here, even though it shows everything on the back. Oh, that's just glued on the back. It's just mainly there for people to see on store shelves so they know what they're gonna get inside, where the actual case itself has its own design. Looks like your Spanish sort of setting, same as the first game. And by the way, I love the first game, so good. This isn't like a slip-off case. This opens like kind of like a book. Ooh. Oh, that's quite premium. That's quite premium. Oh, is this the soundtrack? There's a code on that there for the for a digital soundtrack. But we got a physical soundtrack here as well. 31 tracks, yeah, man, okay. They went to town on this thing. Trifold case, nice design. This little symbol right here, we have a pendant of in its own little plastic case. Let me see. Yes, that's heavy, real metal. Branded red envelope here. I think they would call this a scarlet letter. And what's inside? Oh, it's a thank you card. From the Game Kitchen, we want to thank you for being part of this exciting adventure involving the development of the Blasphemous Saga. Thank you for accompanying us on this journey. There is a pact and strategy guide here, which I was not expecting. Here's the thing about this though. I'm not gonna use it. I like to play my games blind. I will do this for the camera so you can get some idea of what the quality of this book is, but I don't want to look through this and spoil anything for myself, and that's kind of what strategy guides do. But I mean, it looks nice. It's almost 100 pages. A little page for notes at the end there. That is something I'll have to look through another day. Same, I guess, with the album and of illustrations. One of the best things about Blasphemous 1 was the art and design. And I loved just, being surprised when I find a new grotesque, wicked thing in the world. And I feel like this booklet will probably spoil some of that. I'll flip through a couple pages just so we can see. Yeah, it looks like this is gonna be, oh man, every bit as visually captivating as the first game. Every bit. Man, I look forward to this so much. Blasphemous 1 was one of my favorite games. I think I just played it last year. Looks like we have some very large art cards here. Maybe they're probably supposed to be like mini posters. They're kind of on a card stock. Yeah, they're definitely like mini posters. I probably won't be hanging these up. I just don't have space on most walls anywhere where it would be appropriate. But it's a really cool packing regardless. You got a steel book for the game. Very minimalistic, but I think it fits the tone, what we're going for, and really nice inner liner art. And then of course we have the game itself. Fantastic cover, great composition just overall. The back, not as exciting, but like they never are. And inside, after all this, wouldn't be surprised if there's like a little manual in here too. It seems like they really did spare no expense. There is a little manual. It has the same inner liner art as the steel case. There's the cartridge there. Very simple design. Manual. They're tiny little switch manuals, but a manual's a manual. I'll take it in the absence of one anytime. Oh, and very last, a certificate of authenticity. I guess they're all numbered. I have number 6,528. And that is the Blasphemous Collector's Edition. And that is going to do it for today's game pickups video. Anyway, what have you guys picked up lately? And have you played any of these? What do you think of them? Let me know down below. As always, folks, thanks for watching and tuning into the crappiest channel on the internet, Tarks Inverted. Don't poop in the bathtub.